In today's video tutorial, we would study everything about the group by feature in Power Query. So I am having with me one file in which you can see the headings like store, name, status, and hours worked. You can see that we have data for some stores like Amaranth Plaza, Red Rock Mall, and Lewis Avenue. You can also see that we are having data for employees. Example, Andreas, this employee is a full-time employee and has worked for 46 hours in the Red Rock Mall. Whereas if you see Cynthia, she is a part-time employee and she has worked in 2 stores, and this is her total hours worked. Same way, if you see Dennis, he has worked in 3 stores full-time, and this is his total hours worked. So today we will see how to first group them employee-wise, that is name-wise, hours worked. So click anywhere inside the data, right-click and select Get Data from Table/Range. Now we are in the Power Query editor, and what I would like to do first is I would like to group them name-wise. So I select Group By. In Group By, I select Name, and what I want to do, I want to sum, and which column you want to sum hours worked. And then I would like to give a name to the column like hours worked, and then I'll click on OK. So now you can see that I have got the name of the employees and their hours worked. Now I can even sort this name, so I click on the name and I select Sort Ascending. So you can see Andreas has worked for totally 46 hours. Cynthia has worked for 22 hours, and so on. Now I'll rename this query and I'll give it some name like hours worked, and I'll hit enter. Now I would like to duplicate this query. So I'll right click on it and I'll select duplicate. Now in the second query, I want to group it store wise, and then within store, I want to count the total number of rows. So let me show you how to do that. First, we will rename this query and we'll give it some name like store wise, and within store status wise. This is the name for our second query. Now, in order to come back to our previous state, we just delete this last step and then again this last step, and we are back to our data. Now what I want to do in this data, again I want to group it. So in this time I'll select Advanced. Now how you want to group it? I want to group it store wise, and then by within store I want to group it by status, that is a full-time employee or a part-time employee. And then what I want to do is I want to sum total hours work. So I'll give the heading to the column like hours work, and then I will add one more aggregation, and here I want to count the number of rows, and I'll give that new column the name like count. Since it's count of rows, you'll not have any column name, and then I will select OK. So you can see that you are now having the data for the stores. So Amaranth Plaza, Red Rock Avenue, Lewis Avenue, I can sort this store in the ascending order. So you have all of them together, and within ascending order, I want to sort it status wise. So in Amaranth Plaza, they have a total of 8 employees and full-time employees, and the total number of hours contributed is 262. And in the Amaranth Plaza, they have 3 part-time employees and the total hours contributed is 39. And so on for Lewis Avenue and Red Rock Mall. Now we can click on close and load, and the data will come back to Excel into a new sheet. So I will just cut this data by pressing Ctrl X and come back to my earlier sheet and paste the data over here. Okay, I'll just maximize the columns so as to get a better view. Now what we'll do, we'll come down at the bottom, and here you can see that we are having some hidden rows. So I select the rows, right click and unhide. Now I select this data and just move it up into the table, and you can see that the table has absorbed the rows. So a new shopping store called as Five Corners have got added to our data. However, in the store it is not updated. So you can click in the data, right click on the data and select refresh. So you can see that the new store has got added. So see, the new store is Five Corners. You can see it's got added over here, and you also have total hours worked and the count of the employees. Hope you have learned something new in this particular video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And we'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, goodbye.